Deuce is what people know me as.
Okay.
So it's easier to remember names.
Yes.
That's why I go with that.
Okay. Of course, I can't hear her at all, but you can go
We
on.
are live.
Smaller.
Yeah.
All right.
We are live. Yeah, go ahead. Introduce yourself.
Paracon, Deuce Gaspard, part of the Louisiana Ghostbusters.
Yes.
We ain't afraid of no ghosts here.
No.
So, for the people who have not seen or heard of your group, can you tell us a little bit about who's in it, what you do, and
Sure.
exactly where you operate out of, and where to find you?
Yes. So the Louisiana Ghostbusters formed in 2010 by two guys who met up doing Ghostbusters. And then met another two guys doing Ghostbusters and decided, hey, let's go ahead and make a group. But not just a group, let's do it for charity. So since 2010, we have been raising money for different events. We've been raising money for American Cancer Society. We have done active for autism events. We have done Special Olympics, Children's Hospital, suicide prevention walks.
Wow.
So within the last 2 years, we became an official 501c3. So we're an official charity group. Right now, earlier this year, we raised money for Hope Lodge. So we have a room that's going to be dedicated from us for somebody to go have their cancer treatment.
How do you raise this money?
We go to conventions. We go to parades. We take part in parades. We get donations that way. We've gathered donations via children's parties. All things. Yes, I know. You would be surprised that kids would be into Ghostbusters, but the adults like Ghostbusters. They introduce their kids to Ghostbusters. Therefore, we are there.
Wow.
And they enjoy that. And sometimes we do events where it's not just raising money for charity. We do the events because it's a charity.
That's impressive. And it sounds corny, but it's so noble. I mean, gosh.
Yeah. I mean, group's been around from 2010. I've been at it since 2011. I was nonstop probably for the last 12 years. So when I mean nonstop, like every time there was an event, I was there. And then at one point, I was president of the group. I stepped, when we became an official 501c3, we had to elect a new president, a new board. I stepped away from it because I just wanted to be a Ghostbuster again. And now recently I became vice president. So I tried to get out and they pulled me back in.
You can't stay away from
I
management.
can't stay away from management. But, it's good. It's for a good cause. It's good reason. And it's identifiable because, who doesn't want to be a Ghostbuster, right?
It's true.
And especially living in a city that's probably one of the most haunted cities in.
It is arguably the most honest
Oh,
city in
yeah.
North America.
Yeah, it is. But you get to meet a lot of different people, different types, and you just go around and people don't have to say it's like, oh, what are you? They just know. It's like, oh, you're a Ghostbuster. But the big difference is that we're not playing like Ghostbusters. We put our own names on our uniforms to represent who we are. It's basically, this is me as a Ghostbuster. And the idea is that anybody could be a Ghostbuster. And that was the whole idea behind movies and, the inspiration behind it all.
Why do you dress different than the others? Is part of your personality?
Yes. Because I made it a point to say, if I'm going to be a Ghostbuster, this is who I'm going to be. Now, there are other franchise groups out there, and that's what the other groups are referred to as.
Right.
That they all just might wear khaki suits and they might all dress the same. When I first started, it's like, I'm not going to be, you guys are stupid. They're going to be looking for Ghostbusters. I'm going to dress different. And I did. And it inspired others in my group to start having their own unique takes on their own suits. And that's what I've thought was individuality is where the real key is. Like, do I want to stand out in the crowd? Sure. But do I want to be the center of attention? No. I just want to be me. When I walk in, they recognize me and they know who exactly I am.
I can understand that because people who watch this podcast
Mhm.
know this is me.
Yeah.
This is what you get. This is what you give me live.
Yes.
I'm like this all the time. You saw me over here.
Yeah.
Completely different. I haven't changed.
Yeah. That's how I look at it. It's
So
like,
I can
yeah,
empathize.
yeah. I never change who I am. I just like,
There you go.
I'm a natural performer, I guess.
And I can respect that.
Yeah.
I've always been in front of the camera. There was a kiddie TV show in my hometown.
Mhm.
I was at least once a week, sometimes twice a week, guest. I was on a stall embarrassed standing up. So then I probably got politics, campaign commercials here, and I'm sitting on the couch. So I've always had a camera around.
Well,
So have you had that kind of experience that allowed you to do this?
I went to school for theater.
Ah, there it is.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes. Performing arts major, which meant I didn't get a degree. But
you got the teachings and the experience.
yes, I got the teachings, the experience, and I needed an outlet. So in 2005, Katrina happened. I was living in Metairie in Louisiana at that time. Had to move to the Baton Rouge area.
Did you write it out or?
No, I did not write anything out. We had a warning on Saturday. On Sunday, I was on the road to leave the city.
There you go.
And I wound up being in Baton Rouge and having to stay in Baton Rouge. While I was out there, it's like, well, I got no friends or anything out here. I was working at a comic book shop. I met a guy, my buddy Jack. He was a huge Ghostbusters fan, 9 years younger than me. When he was born, the movie came out. I saw him in the theater.
So did I.
Yeah, I saw both of them in the theater. I've seen every Ghostbusters in the theater. I can say that. But the point is that he was a huge Ghostbusters fan because at the time they were making a few props here and there. They had a PKE meter, they had ecto goggles, and he would bring it by the shop and he's like, "You want to test this out?" I'm like, first I'm like, "Oh, I don't know." And then it's like playing like a kid, and realize it's like, you know what? I do know a lot about Ghostbusters. We did working with the comic book shop. We did a convention in Orlando. And while we were out there, they had an after party that was hosted by, I want to say, the Sun Ghost Ghostbusters or Daytona Ghostbusters. I don't know. There's like 9 groups on the floor. And
Heavily populated state.
yes, it is. So while I was out there, like they had like an after party where they were MC. They had a Beetlejuice MC, and they were asking trivia. And people were blowing these trivia questions so easily because and I'm just sitting at the bar drinking my drink, not even taking part in this trivia, and they're like, what was the Ghostbusters eating when they got their first call? And like
Chinese food.
Chinese food's the last one to pay cash. That was my exact answer, and then I took a sip. Cockily, just like, it's like
Funny how I pulled that out of my head. Right?
yeah. But then they're like, what is the name of the ghost that appeared in the courtroom in Ghostbusters 2? It's the Scoleri brothers. He gave them the chair.
Mm-hmm.
Tried him for
I don't
murder.
remember that as well.
Yeah, and there's a lot of us who like can recite everything from the movies, and there's some of us who just know the basics. So when I said I've seen all the movies in theaters, in 2016, Sony gave all the Ghostbusters groups around the world an opportunity to come out to Los Angeles, take part in the premiere of the 2016 film. 300 Ghostbusters. Yes. We were all in bleachers watching the stars come down, making their entrances. And then we had the opportunity to see the movie at Mann's Chinese Theater. And before the movie started, in IMAX, by the way.
Okay.
So we didn't have that. It wasn't going to originally be screened like that. Paul Feig decided to do that. And then Paul Feig himself came out and introduced the movie. Then when Afterlife came out in 2021, here's another invite. Come to New York this time.
New York.
We went to New York. And we did that one there, except this time it was a little more separated because, they were still under COVID protocols. So we had like a small group that was on the red carpet, and then everybody else, I'll call it Gym Pop, they were over there. And a lot of them were looking at me. It's like, how'd you get over there? It's like, but there was this one kid, Ira, who I kind of adopted over time doing this. And Ira was a Make-A-Wish kid. Like, he had a lot of issues. But him and his mom got an opportunity to go out there. And Ira was the only kid on that red carpet. And Steve Ghostbusters, he was the only kid that was there. And, of course, I wear a cowboy hat. He had his cowboy hat. It's okay. He said, I got nothing to sign. I looked at him like, You got that right there.
That's immediate identification and camaraderie right there. You made a friend and a fan.
Oh, he looked up to me. So, you know, he's like over 18 now, but I mean, still, like.
You still talk to him?
I haven't talked to him in a while. I haven't heard from him, but like,
We have not had a picture of
he and his mom, like, they did a lot. Because he wanted to be part of Ghostbusters, and like, with our, you know, he had to be at least 18 years old to do so. And we just kind of made him around right then.
That's an amazing story.
Yeah.
I hope you tell it often. That's an incredible story.
I tell him when I can, you know. So, I mean, in a way, I kind of miss Ira, but like, you know, he grew up and he turned out okay.
That's all you need to know.
Yeah, I had some kind of influence on his life.
You may have changed his life
Maybe.
for the good. And that's a lot of people change people's lives, but the majority of times it works.
Yeah.
When you change somebody's life for the better.
Right.
Of course, you're good at this because of the charities you raise money for.
Yes.
Each person who receives the benefits of that money, whether it's something they need, or cash to buy a meal, some kind of help they need, crutch, wheelchair, whatever. You touch somebody's heart, you touch their soul.
Yeah.
It's because you have changed their life.
I can go to any event, and if one person comes out and says like, "Oh, you made my day," that's it. That's all I need. You know, it's just showing that we made a difference.
That's what life's all about.
Yeah.
Because somebody far wiser than me said, life is not what you leave behind; it's how you live.
Right. So
you know who said that? Captain.
Oh, John Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And Generations.
Yeah.
And the Lost D.
Nice.
I'm a Trekkie.
That's fine.
I used to be the captain of the Starship. That's what they call the clubs. And Ghostbusters, the first movie.
Yes.
I'd always had a feeling, even as a kid,
Okay.
I could feel things in the room. Sometimes I'd speak to them. My home was in Native American territory. I sometimes saw them walking through around the room. So I've always been to see things and feel things.
Right.
But I didn't dare tell anybody, or my parents would lock me in my room or lock me in some building somewhere. But when Ghostbusters came out,
Yeah.
I said, people are not going to look at me strange if I walk to the cemetery.
Right.
Talking with somebody, looking at something or touching something. And that's what gave me the incentive to start down this path.
Mm-hmm.
And then my dear wife over here, she tells me to go out and make some friends. So I immediately joined the paranormal group.
Kind of the same path.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I owe it all to her. She
Yeah.
said, I'm going to make friends like you.
Yeah.
And she just didn't know it consists of vampires, witches, voodooers, and Ghostbusters.
It happens that way. You know, I've been associated with vampire councils as well as Star Wars groups or people who are Trekkies or whatever fandom or beliefs that they want to be part of. I don't like turn the nose up to it. I just understand that like this is what you do, this is what you know. Who am I to disagree with your beliefs? Because you can't disagree with someone's beliefs. You can disagree with their opinion.
Because so much what you don't raise the money for. In my Star Trek group, we took on the hospice and raised money for the hospice.
Yeah.
And we played a softball game
Mm-hmm.
for that. The radio station offered that we will help you raise money, and we will gather the money for your cause. Just name your cause.
You know, we did a couple of like small division baseball games out in Lafayette. Casters come out because they're like, we're doing like Ghostbusters now, we're doing the A's now. Like, fine, we'll come out there. It's like, and took part in a few skits for them, and they made a donation for us. We got to watch baseball. So, you know, it's a win-win.
Oh, you didn't get to play.
You can't run bases with a proton pack. Come on. I don't even like walking around with it sometimes, much less run with it. And I've done that in parades.
I was playing baseball when I was 37.
Yeah.
Can't do it anymore. Artificial knees.
Yeah.
But by the way, I am 70. By the way,
No, I'm 50.
you don't look it.
I am. Man.
I was taking you for about 35, 30.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to flirt with you. I'm married.
You gotta be.
How many people are in one your local group and two nationwide? Just an estimate.
Well, as far as Louisiana Ghostbusters, I think our last calculations were between 40 and 60 members. And that's like just the state. Nationwide, I cannot even calculate that. There's an actual website that's dedicated to know all the groups. It's called Who You Gonna Call.org. And you can look it up, and if you're like in a state, like Ghostbusters, you can look it up in that state, and it will tell you all the groups.
Oh, wow.
And it'll tell you the ones that are actually charity. Some are just fun. So some will say like this one's a fundraiser. And because we've been doing so many charity groups, Sony has a division called Ghostbusters, focuses on Ghostbusters, and they are doing a giving back. So whatever money we raise for a charity goal, they will match it eventually. So like if you get to a certain goal point, they're like, okay, we're going to recognize you. And Virginia was most recently recognized for their contribution.
Wow.
And I know the president. I know a lot of Ghostbusters from a lot of different states. I've met people from New York, Chicago, British Columbia, Korea, Hawaii. I haven't met any of the Germany or Italian Ghostbusters. Those guys, they're and like, they take this to, part of it is charity, part of it's fun. Some people make fan films. We have a fan film that we're trying to finish off. It's more like a series.
I was actually about to ask you about that. Somebody does that.
Yes. We have a Louisiana Ghostbusters film series. Kind of in the middle of production, wrapping up the last scene of the last episode, just so we can move on.
Stretching your acting muscles.
It's me dyeing this beard. I don't want him to look at one scene and it's like, he looks a little older now. It's like, what happened? It's like, did you lose weight? And it's like, yeah, I did.
That's the thing about production and post-production. If you decide you want to add a scene, a kid may have grown 2 inches.
Yeah.
Beard may have turned a little gray.
Yeah. You gotta find the tricks. Not only that, it's like, I didn't have my haircut that like, it's like, you just cheat.
Yeah.
I can cheat that.
These are all ours.
We have one. She's just like, I'm just gonna wear this beard.
What movie was that I was watching? It was Yellowstone. Yeah.
I haven't watched.
People ask Beth, who's a British actress, actually.
Mhm.
Most people don't know she's a British actress because she covered her British accent completely and learned a Texas accent, or Texas Colorado accent, which is basically nothing.
Texas, Colorado would be more like less of a draw, but still of a twang.
Yeah. And what they had to do, because her hair was changing color over the years, and never cut the same.
Yeah.
And they might be filming one 6 months after, but it's the next adjacent scene.
Yeah.
So, of course, they saw the dress, they were in the same outfit. But if she had her haircut different,
Yeah.
that blows the scene.
Yeah.
So what they did, they stuffed this wig on her, and it was never combed right. So, and people have asked, why is her wig so messy? Is they threw it on and they wanted to keep it messy because that's what they started with. That's what they had to end with.
Continuity.
Continuity.
Yeah.
Got to pay attention to that.
Yeah, you do, because people will call it out.
Yes.
The minorest details someone will point out. And then you look at it, it's like you have too much time. You're gone.
Oh, absolutely.
or you're watching it a lot, and then you can call.
Right.
I did that with the AMC movie theater with Nicole Kidman. Whenever she'd come on the screen, and I would sit there and look at one scene, and it's like soda cup, and there isn't a soda cup. Where'd the soda cup go? Because, you know, there was a Coke cup there. Wide shot, Coke cup, close-up shot, no cup.
It's amazing how
I know they
cuts.
cut that out all entirely.
Uh-huh.
Someone must have heard me.
I've seen movies that miss the final cut. If you watch carefully, a Western, for instance, had a Starbucks sitting there.
Yeah, that was the Game of Thrones where they made that fun of the Starbucks.
Mhm. They got caught with Starbucks. I guess filming early in the morning, got to have their kick.
Early morning shoots are fun. But, you know, once you get through with it, you think that you're done, and then until you hear rap, then you know you're done.
Yeah. So what have you got planned for the future?
As far as
You going to need more Paracons? You got any events coming up?
well, let's see. The next thing I'll be doing with friends, and we're just doing this as friends, is we're going to be going to Dragon Con in Atlanta.
Sounds like fun.
Yes, it is. It's actually a gathering of Ghostbusters there. They call it PK Easter, so like that's where we usually meet up.
Oh,
All fandoms tend to go to Dragon Con and do meetups.
that would be fun just to see.
Oh yeah, it is. It's a 5-day event. It used to be 4. Then
You're right. They had to go 5 because 4 wasn't enough.
I mean, it takes up 5 hotels.
Yeah.
That's how big it is.
Big hotels.
Yeah. Trying to think what else is going on if we had a books yet. October is going to be a busy month for us because we usually Rugaroo Fest, which is in Homa. We usually take part in that. That's a parade that we do. Get a donation for that. The Out of Darkness Suicide Prevention Walk is in November. We are trying to get on board with Rugaroo and usually Children's Hospital has a Spirit Halloween. Spirit Halloween goes to Children's Hospital, brings them all the costumes there, and then we show up there as entertainment for kids while they're there. Wow. Because they don't get a chance to go out to the treat. They don't have that opportunity, so we can bring it to them.
There you go.
And like, you know, I do other students too, but you know, for the most part, as far as Ghostbusters, you know, it's all about it. Gives me a chance to perform in front of people. Gives an opportunity for someone to have a good day.
What do you do in your performances?
Well, I just, what do you mean? I don't, if they ask me a question about Ghostbusters, I, on the fly, I will say things and everything, you know. As long as it's believable, you know. I don't go by a script. I never was one to go by a script. I don't even like whenever like I had to do media interviews. It's like I listened to my buddy and he would like repeat the same lines over and over again, the same cadence over and over again. I'd stand back and look at him like, this is tiresome. So when they ask me, so what do you do? And you never get the same interview twice. It's I have done podcasts, interviews, radio shows. And every time it's like they always say the same thing. Just watch your language. It's like I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I did it.
Well, on this one, if something slips, it's mostly on YouTube and Facebook. You got to worry about.
Now,
Because we have, gosh, adult settings on both of them.
Yeah.
My first guest was Dale Casimir. If you've ever heard him from Chicago. He did his first paranormal investigation in 1973.
that's a fun thing.
The lady in white in Baxter's Grove, sitting in the stone,
Yeah.
his group was took it. Judy Huff was a photographer.
Okay.
She was working with him to show you just how far back he goes. That's taken from 91.
Right.
And it took me to figure out who it was. First person I took to, Dale Casimir. You got that, Dale? Okay. I know you're watching. Yeah, I'm not scripted either.
It's
It's boring.
It is boring. Sure, you can have a format. Sure, you can have a way that you're going to address your audience or like things that you want to say. Bullet points. that's fine. And you may make them like every now and again, but like free form interviewing, free form speaking, it gives the audience an idea of saying like, wow, they just kind of just make it a conversation instead of like, so what can you tell me about this subject here? That sounds fascinating.
Yes.
What else can you tell me?
Uh-huh.
Equal Bob. No one wants that stiff.
No.
No one wants it. They want free flowing, and I try to make it as easy going as is. When people come up to a table or on the street, it's like, what do you guys do? It's like, you guys Ghostbusters? Yeah. Are you working? Yeah. I got a goose at my house with Paul. I'm off duty right now. You gonna come by? You gonna pay me?
There you go.
So no matter what, like I've got a lot of people who try to get you with these gotcha moments, and it never works.
That is not my goal with the gotcha.
Well, I mean, like people on the street will try
Yeah.
to get you with a gotcha moment, and like the one that comes to mind, I must have messed up this kid's mind.
Mm-mm.
He asked me, he's like, "What does that thing do?" And he's talking about the proton pack with the neutrino wall. I'm like, well, what this does, it shoots out a proton stream, and what it does is it electrifies the ghost. Now, the trap, on the other hand, has a different negative pull on it. So it pulls those protons into the trap, and that's how you collect the ghost. And his jaw dropped, and his eyes widened, and did not realize that I was going to give that kind of an answer. Did I think about it before? No. That was all coming out of my mouth. I did it on the spot. And
Wow.
yeah. It's,
Amazed him and fun for you.
huh?
Amazed him. Fun for you.
Yeah. It's fun for all because like the parents were sitting there laughing. So, there's a lot of time, and they want to come by the table. It's like, is that real? Is that real? I'm like, I'm touching it. It's real.
Mm-hmm. It's a real something.
It's a real prop.
Yeah. Hey, this is a real soda can.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm drinking Pepsi, not my usual Coke.
I know. Oh, there it is. Yeah, something like this. PKE. Is it real? I mean, it's functional, and it does actually have the EMF.
Really?
Yeah, it's a small one, but it still picks up. So, but I mean, if I were to turn it into like that, it's not going to really taste you.
Right.
Not like I would do that on. That would get some views.
I would scream like a sissy girl.
This is one over time. This is like we just got better toys, honestly, and it's fun. It's fun because like we can have fun with it. The kids can have fun with it. Anybody can have fun with it. People come up. At conventions, we'll have like suits so they can dress up and take pictures and have memories as a Ghostbuster like that. This weekend, people have been coming by the table and it's like, hey, you want to try on the pack and take a picture like that? Of course they're going to say yes. Because who doesn't want? How often you get to hold a proton pack?
You don't.
You don't. Yeah. I mean, that's me.
Yeah.
When you get to see it, it's like, oh, that's so cool. I'm like, yeah, it's so cumbersome too.
And weather like here is probably hot.
It can be. I mean, yeah, I'm dressed in dark colors, but I know how to dress, so I can take the heat. I've done parades like this constantly, and I've done parades in the heat. I've done it in the cold. I've done it in the rain. I've done it in cowboy boots. That was my early days.
These are some pretty major league boots you have on.
Yeah, the boots are actually military grade boots that I found online. This is actually my flight suit is a USAFA flight suit that I found. So, whenever people are like, well, I don't have like a proton pack or this or that to start off with, I'm like, if you can just get a flight suit and a patch, you're good. That's all you need to start, because a lot of times people are going to have additional items that like, hey man, I'm not using this anymore. You want to take this off? It's a community, and it helps out. But we always try to make sure that whenever we bring people on, we're doing it. They're doing it. It's not just because they want to be like, I want to play these Ghostbusters and run around and cause trouble. It's like, no. You can do that on your own time. If you want to dress up as a Ghostbuster, you can have fun. It's trouble, but you can have fun as long as you're participating.
Yep. You gotta entertain.
You gotta entertain. Some people are natural entertainers, some people are showboaters, and some people just are there that like they're like, hey, I'm just part of the group. I'm not like, I don't need this attention.
Some people are too serious. They even with their investigations, you got to be serious a little bit, but you need to put a little entertainment.
Yes, you do, and like those are the ones that are, like if they're too serious about their investigations, like okay, that's what you do. Just know that this is what I do. I'm not insulting you, so don't insult me.
Right.
I show that line of respect because I'm not gonna go up to someone and it's like, well, we do priests. Okay, cool. I'm not gonna sit there. It's like, no. Once again, you can disagree with someone's opinion, not their beliefs. And what you're focusing on, have at it. Just don't cause any harm. That's it.
There you go.
Yeah.
And by the way, you know why the military uses tan boots now instead of black boots?
Well, usually tan would like blend in with the desert tan, as opposed to black. And like a lot of it has gone from desert tan. It's going with the traditional green tan.
But the big reason is IR light. They hit you with an IR light at night. Light shows up. You must have a light bulb burning in your shoe. It shows up. Anything black, dark blue, you would light up in IR light.
Oh, good thing I'm not.
That's why they wear tan boots, because the dark green camo even blends in with the desert at night and doesn't reflect a whole lot of IR. So tan boots, they're almost invisible IR.
Okay.
Because you're looking for a hot spot and there's not one.
Right. Did not know that.
Yeah, well, so I've done stuff in jeans at night.
Mm-hmm.
And when I have an IR light on me, jeans show up a very bright pink.
Oh. Must be a Christmas tree. Right?
You are. You would be just like that.
Black hat, black boots.
But that's my thing.
Yeah.
Ghost hunting in the dark. Right. I'm struggling to see where I'm going. And sometimes I do it by myself. So I'm not trying to entertain anybody. I'm just trying to communicate.
Someone asked me about like the connection between paranormal and Ghostbusters and games between the two. And most know that like Dan Aykroyd's inspiration was his family. He comes from a family of paranormal investigators and believers in the occult. But if you take out the humor elements of Ghostbusters, you have a scary movie.
That's a horror movie.
It's a horror movie. Think about like what happened when they met the Gray Lady in the library. What's the first thing they did? They ran their asses out of it.
Get her!
Yeah. And when she scared them, they ran.
Yes.
And no matter how hardcore of a paranormal investigator you are, if something were to happen like that, I bet that gear would be left behind.
Yes.
You'd be like, I'll go back later to get it.
$1,000 paranormal criminal laying on the ground and they're gone.
Yeah, right.
That's one disadvantage I have. Artificial knees, 70 years old. I say I can't run from anything because I literally can't. It's not ego, it's not macho, it's physical impossibility.
And at that point, you're like, I'm just going to accept it.
Yeah. I'll accept my fate because I haven't run. I couldn't run from here that corner of the wall now.
Yeah.
Because I have not run a step in 20 years. And that was when I ran a newsstand downtown Chicago and I was running to catch a train.
Runs over.
It is terrible.
You're going to get there when you get there. That's all it is.
So where have you been in your life?
You mean as far as like travel-wise?
Yeah. I mean, what in your life? Have you lived in the same place all the time, or
I spent mostly maybe about roughly 6 months to a year living in Texas when I was younger, outside of that, I have been Louisiana based, New Orleans based. I mean, I was born at Charity Hospital in New Orleans, so I can claim that no matter what anyone says. I grew up on the West Bank in New Orleans, so I lived all over the West Bank there. And I moved to Metairie, and then after Katrina, I went to Baton Rouge area. I was living out there for like 15 years. My ex, I moved in with her back to Metairie, and now I'm in Kenner, which is outside of Metairie, near the airport.
Ah, yes.
So
I knew I'd seen that, I believe, on the interstate.
Yes.
I saw a turn sign.
yes, yeah. So I lived all parts of Louisiana. I've traveled to a lot of parts of Louisiana. I've traveled to other states. I've been to Arkansas, Mississippi, Texas, Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, California, Chicago, Illinois, and New York.
How do you like the big city?
Chicago was fun. Chicago was fun. We got to go to Navy Pier, see Harold Ramis's flight suit there. The last time we were there, we actually went to Harold Ramis's grave site, which was kind of interesting to find because we'd never been to a Jewish cemetery and didn't know how to read the signs there. I mean, here it's kind of easy, It's like
Yes.
you're either in a mausoleum because water levels and everything's above ground. So,
Right.
I can find this, I can find that. There it was like, I don't know, what is that direction you say? I'm like, we figured it out. We found it, and we laid a PKE meter down by it, and it started to go off a little bit too.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah, that was ironic.
I hope you got it on video.
I don't know if we did. I know we got a picture of it. I know we got it. So
That is irony.
yeah, and we did Chicago. That was my third time to Chicago. I went there one time before for a convention called C2E2, and in LA, I met up with my good buddy now, Bob Anderson, who was part of the City Ghostbusters. And when I went to C2E2, met up with him again. And then Bob had parlayed going on Facebook Live to having his own radio show called Bob After Dark. He started doing Facebook Live calling it Bob After Dark. And then he took his cryptozoology knowledge and then parlayed that into a radio show, into a podcast. Now he travels doing these other Paracon type conventions as well, talking about that. And he had me call into his show one time. And because I do the fan film, I don't speak in my normal tone. Because they're like, oh, we want you to play a Cajun character. I'm like, how Cajun? And they're like, you're really a Cajun character. Man, I talk like that all the time. I'm going to go on there. And so Bob had me go on there, and it's like, all right, just make sure you don't curse loose. I'm like, I got this. And then he's like, tell me about the Rugu. Man, I'll tell you about that Rugu. He all over the place here, man. I try to catch that thing all the time. They come after me. I ain't going to mess with no Rugu. What you talking about? And I kept going and going and going. He messaged me later and said, dude, my mom listens to this show all the time. That's the first time she laughed so hard on there. But
Wow.
he's a Ghostbuster that turned it into actual paranormal investigations and research. So there are these two things do branch together. I got one member in Mississippi. She wanted to come out here, but she had work. She also does paranormal investigations as well as doing Ghostbusters. So when they say it's like, how do the two mix? They do.
What's your percentage of real ghost hunting and Ghostbuster stuff? 20, 80, 50?
It's more 100% Ghostbusters, honestly. I don't have time to do ghost hunting. I mean, I find time to do this, but that's.
And in that room yesterday, actually using a couple of devices right where they were sitting on display and getting results.
Oh, we have a dancing toaster there that has moved on its own a couple of times sitting there.
All by itself without your mechanism.
Right.
This hotel is definitely haunted.
There's several hotels out there. Find a hotel in Louisiana that isn't.
Find the hotel in New Orleans. Find me an outhouse is home in New Orleans. Am I right?
I mean, it's true. I mean, it is kind of rough around here, you know. And then, like, you go out to Mid City, it's even more so there because that's where all the cemeteries are.
White people have been dying here since 1600
Oh, I know.
because they were people, white people here in 1601.
So,
And they were all dying of yellow fever, malaria.
you know, the Annabelle doll made a tour down.
Right.
When it did, ironically enough, not a Wayne plantation caught on fire. One of the oldest plantations that like it's around. It's in the city of White Castle. White Castle is called White Castle because of Notting Wayne plantation. Because Notting Wayne is a big white plantation.
Wow.
And it caught on fire. And at the same time, 7 prisoners escaped NOPD prison while Annabelle was in town. How is that coincidence?
I don't believe in coincidence.
Exactly.
So that is not one.
No, but that's when you're saying like dying. There's a lot of plantations, so a lot. Yes, there was a lot of deaths like that. So you're gonna tell me like all those plantations not haunted? The spirits there are probably aggravated.
Yes. Slave spirits are quite aggravating. One of my first experiences when I was thinking digits, 7, 8, 9. My grandparents on my father's side came from homesteaders.
Mm-hmm.
He was a private in the Civil War for the Confederacy.
Right.
But they ended up giving Union soldiers and the Confederate soldiers an equal amount of back pay, compensation, and a piece of land for homesteading. They constantly over the generations bought up more and more of the homesteaders.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was a black family, very close to them.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of worked for them and that kind of faded away. But you can still feel the anger, the resentment, because they were trying to farm in North Florida. Have you ever been to North Florida?
Not North Florida. I've been in Central Florida and I've been in Florida.
Yeah, I'm talking about above Orlando and below Georgia.
Yeah,
From Tallahassee to Jax.
Yeah, I know that part that you referred to, that strip right there. No,
You go out and dig a hole in there, and you look at the dirt, and you got dirt, and either 20%, 50%, or 80% of what you have in your hand is sand. And you can't grow tomatoes or vegetables very well in that. You almost have to haul in dirt. It's only good for cattle. That's all you can do in that. If somebody came in as a homestead with just a few acres, they're not going to make it. They could barely feed themselves out of it. And what they do when the homesteads failed, they take over the homestead. So they end up with thousands of acres. Huh? Okay. Oh, a couple more minutes. Plus 5. You know I'm gonna go 15 more minutes. We constantly go back and forth. She tries to reduce my shows to an hour, and I wasn't having it. So she doesn't. They don't put a show behind mine,
right?
Because I always run over. And then when I go 90 minutes, sometimes I go 2 hours.
Right.
My record, I had a gal in California a couple of years back. We went 6 hours on a podcast. 2 people, just me and her talking.
That can happen.
Non-stop, no commercials, nothing. We went for 6 hours talking paranormal. See, it wasn't late for her because she was out in California.
Right.
In fact, you know that island off California? There's a couple islands out there.
Okay.
She was on one of those islands.
Okay.
So she was even further west in LA.
She had really hardly anybody to talk to.
Right. She didn't have anybody to talk to.
And when you have somebody who can't share the same experience with you, with others, when they find somebody they can finally share with, it's like a faucet. It slowly drips open, and next thing you know, they go full blast. And you trying to find a way to turn it off, but then you're like, that's great. Let's just go.
And then Gwen's trying to shut the faucet off, and the handle comes off in her hand.
Right. Comedy.
Don't mean to talk bad about you, Gwen. By the way, Gwen, do you want to come in here and how do you want to end this show? You want to end it 5 minutes? Should we go 20 more? Hello, Gwen. Because I can talk with you all day.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
Easy.
can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Ah.
A
The
little
what?
bit. A little bit. Yeah, 5 more minutes. We're just keeping them kind of short because we're going to be doing a bunch of these tomorrow. So we're going to
All right.
it short.
We'll
Okay.
go ahead and end it here.
Okay.
Since we're at a good stopping point. I appreciate
Okay.
you being on the show.
No problem.
Gwen appreciates you.
Yes.
She has something to do. I have something to do besides t-shirts.
Yeah.
The wife took care of that issue. She's always at my back. I
Yeah.
talk bad about her sometimes. You seen the back of her shirt.
Yeah.
The patient wife.
HY.
She supports me, and I hope you have somebody behind you supporting you like that.
Eventually. I got a lot of friends.
And eventually, well, that's what I did. I married a friend. She,
I got
she
a
was
lot.
there. She
I
was
got
there
a
for me.
lot. I got a lot.
She was there when we were friends. I was there when I needed her,
Mm-hmm.
and ended up proposing.
Nice.
Saw her in person one time.
Mm.
And I proposed a couple of months later.
There you go.
Then I packed up everything I owned and truck moved to Chicago. And I met Dale's Casmeric, and the rest is history. You have a mentor?
A mentor?
Yes.
No, I have a mentor, but I don't really have per se. So.
I was lucky enough to have Dale Casmeric,
Mhm.
Richard Crow, and you can look them up
Okay.
in Chicago. Mm-hmm. And Richard Crow was the entertainer. Dale Casmeric was the investigator.
Yeah,
So,
that's how it works.
and that's why I'm a two-party. But it's been a pleasure. I wish y'all all the luck.
Oh, yeah.
What y'all
Thank you.
doing?
Same for you.
Raise a lot of money in charities.
That's the goal. You know, no matter what we raise, we're still raising something. You know,
Raising cane, raising money.
raising hell. You know.
Raising hell, okay.
As long as I'm not raising blood pressures. You know.
Exactly. My doctor doesn't want me doing that.
That
He gives me pills to stop me from doing that.
yeah, so,
Anyway, it's been fantastic. I really appreciate you stopping by,
okay.
and we'll see you
All right.
the rest of the weekend.
Sure.
Take care of yourself. All right. All right. We are getting out of this one right now. We have been live, still are actually, from the New Orleans first annual New Orleans Paracon in the French Quarter on the corner of Canal
And bourbon.
and Bourbon. Got Bourbon right behind us. I'm amazed the drummers haven't started up yet.
The drummers are out there constantly right now. You will find every kind of street performer there is. that
Yes.
will perform for you. And you know, technically, it's the beginning of bourbon right here.
Mm-hmm.
So if you start at this end and manage to walk all the way to the other end of bourbon, you either didn't stop in anywhere or you just like to keep going.
If you stopped in every bar and had half a drink in each bar, you're not going to make it all the way down. If you do, you'll be crawling.
You'll get it probably as far as Delphine, and that's about it.
That's about it.
That's about it. Which is like maybe halfway.
You're gonna do like a guy that I saw the other night. His crouch down in the catcher's position,
Yeah.
his knees all the way down. But instead of standing here, his arm was draped over one of the traffic blockers. And his head was laying on that steel.
I've been in that
He was
position.
out cold. Anyway, Gwen, let's go ahead and take it away. Thank you for watching. Thanking everybody here. I'm thanking the Tallies for having this magnificent facility and a fantastic Paracon. If you can't make it this year, make it next year. This is going to be a must-go-to Paracon from now to eternity.
Yeah.
This is going to be one of the biggest, most fun Paracons in the country, and one of the most haunted cities in the country.
That is true.
And that's what's so fun. We're sitting here, we're bumping the ghosts every time we turn around.
Yeah.
New Orleans is just chock full of ghosts.
There's
You can't
no
walk to the
shortage.
bathroom without running into a ghost.
There's no shortage.
EMF, you just hold one in your hands going on.
That is
But
true.
I appreciate you watching. That goes to all the countries overseas, ships at sea. Thank you very much. Have a good day and take it away, Gwen.